Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Journal from Stamperia. This is a project for Scrap and Create, and you can get all your supplies there. I'll have a link down below as well as a link to the cutting guide for this project. So we made quite a bit of progress last time. Let's keep going. Between then and now, I've gone ahead and cut out a lot of mats, so I'm just going to go ahead and put down mats this time. And then we'll get it into the cover and maybe get some work done on the cover as well. Let's go. Okay, I've used the better part, actually I think I've used almost all of an 8x8 except for like cut off pieces, and a good chunk of a 12x12. We still have to do covers, we still have to do inserts, the inside, front, and back cover, so I think I'm on track with having two 8x8s. And either one or two 12x12s. I'll let you know, or I've probably already let you know in the walkthrough. I think I actually cut into the second 12x12. I wasn't even thinking. I was just like, oh, I want that paper, and I've already used the other side, so I grabbed it out of the second 12x12. If we can get by without having to use 2 and 2, you could just use something else in that spot. You don't need to use the same mats that I am using. And this is a little tricky because this is soft. Let me get, I'm trying to find something I can put under that. Let me get my ruler and put it under there, and that'll give me a surface to just, okay, I think that's fine. So now it's stuck to the magnet. Okay, and then here I have what I'll get back to that. Okay, I'm putting this one on the flap. That's the other side of it. This, I'm pretty sure this is 12x12. And I don't know if you can see it and mention it when we started, but I've got the die cuts out. I also have the die cuts. That's the only other thing I have. I have two 8x8s, two 12x12s, and the die cuts. And I got those out because I wanted to see what I had to work with. Okay, so here's what I have here. And I want to explain it. This is longer than 12 inches. And I wanted it to look somewhat continuous. So what I've got here is, this is the 12x12 of this design, here and here and here. And then I cut this piece from the bottom of that, and I've turned it, and I'm putting this piece here, and then I'm just going to glue this down as a little tuck spot so I can continue that design across. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. And then we're going to have this one, and I am just going to put glue along this edge on this one. It's just going to be a tuck spot. Okay. There is that and that. Okay. I haven't picked out one for this flap yet, but we'll get to it. So I'm going to use this one here. What I think, let's see. I'm going to see if I had a piece of white paper. I thought I did. Just to make it a little easier for me to see where to put them. Right, these have all been inked. Oh, that's upside down. Is there text on this anywhere? There's no text, but I kind of like it better like that. Yeah. And this I don't have one for yet. I'm going to use this one on the inside. Let's slide that over. have anything for that page yet. That one is going to go here. Pages that I don't have anything for are mainly the ones that are smaller, because I was hoping when I got to this point, after I get these down, I'll check that I could use cut off pieces. This is the center spread, and this is, I wanted to use this here. One, it's not a problem, but one thing that made it a little tricky with the mats is, given the size of the book and the scale of the prints, there were some mats that I would have used, but they were going to cut right through text no matter how I did it. And, you know, I'm not opposed to that. It's just, in this particular instance, it wasn't coming out the way I wanted that way. So some of the patterns, like the one we were just looking at the back of, didn't get used, or at least not yet, for that reason. Okay. Then I have this, which this was in the cut aparts in like a strange direction. Like, I can't make this. I think it's supposed to go like that, because that's 9, 10, 11. That would be 12. This is how it was in the book, like rotated. Not in the book, but in the pad. But that looks weird. I'm going to put it like that. Here. Now, one thing I should have mentioned earlier, if you're planning this book as something somebody's going to write in with a lot of journaling, and I've left spots for that, like this, like a photo here and journaling here, bear in mind, if you can, the person that is going to be doing the writing. If they are left-handed, you may want to put your journaling pages on the left, and your more photo-oriented pages on the right. They might find it easier that way. You can always ask them. Unless it's a gift. You don't want to tell them. One is going here. Okay, but they look pretty good. Okay, and now here, okay, I have these two. Let me move that. It's also lighting a little bit on me. These two inside. This is 8 by 8. This is 12 by 12. That's okay. There we go. Back where it belongs. Here and there. Okay. Now I need a few more mats. So let's do that. We have this one with the pocket. I kind of think I might wait on this one because it's facing the back inside cover, and we're going to want to kind of make those go well together. So, but I have this one here, which is a pocket, and then I have this flap. So for this pocket, I need one 3 3/8 inches wide. So that'll go there, that'll go there. And then before we glue those down, let's see if we've got, well, I know we have something, we just need to pick something. For here, 4.5, so that needs to be 4 3/8 by 6 3/8. That's actually, oh, you know what, I need 2. Because I need the inside. But the inside is fine, I can use whatever there. Let me just pick something. Okay, and I'll use this for the inside. That one has to be rounded at the top. I almost rounded it at the bottom. Oh, 1/4 inch. Okay, and then this one's going there, rounded at the top. Let me get these inked and we'll get these put down. This one, I want to check before I put it down because I was planning on using this side, but I quite like this side. But before I do, I want to make sure I didn't use that somewhere else because since I like it, I probably did. All right. And I'm just going to try this sideways to put this down. Lift that up. Now, let me take a quick look for that mat. I didn't use it there. I know I didn't use it in there. Didn't use it there. That's where I'm thinking of using it. Did not use it there, or there, or there, or there. Yay, I'm safe. Okay, I'm going to use it there. Okay, so we're going to use this here. Done. Okay, so the only thing we haven't done is this, and I want to wait because I don't know yet what I'm using on the inside back cover. Now I do know, because we don't have a lot of pockets in this album, that I am going to put a pocket on that inside back cover. And then this fits in here. And I mean, we could do it now or we could do it later. It doesn't really matter. Let me pause. How long have we been working? Not long. Okay. let me pause and gather what we need for our inside, front, and back covers. Let's get those done, and then we'll get these pages into this book. I think that's my plan. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm back. I have picked out for the inside, front, and back covers. So let me set the pages aside. The inside front cover, I'm going to do a secretarial pocket. And let me show you. All right, so to do this, cut a piece 5.5 by 7.5. Score one long side, one short side. Then you want to take something big and round. A plate would be ideal. If you have a compass, you could use that. And just draw a curve that looks good to you, but draw it on the side with the bump, because that way if you don't like it and you redraw it, you won't have a pencil line. So draw that. Just make sure you have if you're on the back where the bump is, make sure your tabs are to your right and the bottom. So draw until you get a curve you like and cut it out. Okay. Then to cut the mat, you're pretty much going to repeat that. Let me just grab, actually I'll grab the one I used. So this was the side of the paper that I wanted. Okay. So to cut the mat, I turned the paper over and I turned my template or my pocket over and lined up the score line on the bottom with the bottom of the paper, and the score line on the right with the right side of the paper, and drew a line. This is on the back of the paper you want. Pick it up, cut it out, and now you're going to have something that is exactly the same size, so it won't have any reveal. So in order to get that, I just trimmed a little bit, about 1/8 of an inch off the side and the bottom, the two straight edges. You may have to sneak up on it, do a little check it, but eventually you'll get there. So that is that. Let's do that, and then we'll do the back. Make sure you're on the back cover. Like, here's the seam, so we know this is the front. I mean, make sure you're on the front cover, not the back. All right, that's going to go there. And I think I'll glue that mat down before I put it in the pocket as well. Or I put it in the book, rather. Just going to fold those over. And I've already inked this mat, so I can go ahead and put it down. Just double checking it for size. These are never perfect because they're hand cut, but they're fine. Okay. Oh my goodness, what's the matter, Joe? Really? Oh my word. Today is Saturday, so my schedule's a little different. Obviously, I'm not working. Oh, insistent. And during the week, I get up very early. And I finish work very early. I work, from early in the morning to sort of mid-afternoon. So they get their breakfast really early at 4:30, 5 o'clock. So they get their dinner early. So on the weekend, like today, she's wondering why is she not having her dinner. But it's only 3:45, and I don't like to feed them until I eat. Otherwise, they'll want to eat again. Oh, pathetic. She's starving to death. Okay. And now she's going to try to come up here. There's no room. No room at all. Okay, so I am going to line this up with the bottom. Now I'm going to leave maybe a fraction of an inch, maybe a 1/16 at the most, on the side and the bottom. Oh, that looks really pretty. I need another mat for here. Okay. And that looks good. Okay, now let's do the back cover one. I don't have any mats for the back cover one yet, but we'll get them. So for this, you need a flap that is 5 3/8 by 5 1/2. So it's 5 3/8 this way, and you want to score across the top, and then put your tape, and then we will trim. I think I'm probably going to round those corners, so I might as well do it now. 1/4 inch. Go. Okay. Then we have, what we're going to do here is an accordion pocket. So we have a piece, 8 3/8 by 4 1/2. You want to score one long edge at a 1/2 inch. Then you want to score 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, and then 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, and that's what you need. Now you'll find once you've scored that, if you can see it on the screen, I'm not sure, 3 little squares here and here. We need to cut those out, and we can angle that. So I am going to, and we can also angle it this way. So I'm coming in from slightly above that line into that corner and then angle. We may need to angle that more, but that'll get us going. So now we have that. Okay. And what we want to do is fold in. Okay. And then fold in the next one. And fold in the next one. And then fold them out for now. And then you want to do the same on the other side. Fold in. Fold in. And you can do this triple fold on the bottom if you want, but I've never found it to be necessary. But if you know you're going to put a lot of stuff in these pockets, you can. Okay, so now that we've done that, what we need to do is accordion fold these. So I'm going to fold the whole thing in. Where's my, hang on. So make this a little easier. Okay. All right, so we're folded all of it in. And we're going to fold back and then in. And so we have that. Oh my God, she's so sad. Jolly, you are not starving to death. Okay, like that. Okay, and then the bottom is going to come up and over onto those, but for now let's just put it there. And we need tape here on this bottom one, and we need it up on the one we just made, like that. And we also need to cut an angle on these. So I'm going to cut that angle first. She's going to get into things because she knows that'll make me get up. Okay. Tape. And we are going to tape just the outer tab of the 3. And the bottom. Angle that. Make sure I'm not keeping that in there. Okay. So I'm going to smush down our little accordions, and we're going to put the bottom on the outside. Just like that. And now it's basically become just like any other pocket. And we are going to put that on the inside back cover. And I made this just a hair narrower than the actual cover, just to make it easier to fit on. So just like this pocket, we're going to go in a hair from here, and it'll be in a hair from there as well. And you're just going to put this down just as you would any other pocket, but it has more volume. Picking it up so I can see. Whoops, it slid on me. I'm going to turn it around. With this one, I kind of want to get the bottom in place first and then let the sides basically fall where they may. One of my little flexible rulers and get in there and burnish down the sides. Okay, bent that a little, putting it in with the mat will straighten that out. Okay, and then where'd our other piece go? This is going to be a flap that is going to go here. So you just want to put it at the top and line it up side to side with the pocket so that everything is nicely lined up. And that actually looks pretty good right there. Okay. And make sure I didn't put that too high. I almost feel like I did. I rushed a little with that and I put it a little high. I'm going to take it off. Let's try that again. And this time not rush it. That's better. Okay. And we want magnets. Do we want one magnet or two? I think one will be fine. It's a little curved right now, but when we get the mats on, it won't be. Tape tearing tool. There it is. Okay. that's close to the top. I'm gonna move it. Doesn't have to move very much, and it'll be easier for me to mat if I do. Okay. Let's try that again. Fortunately, I hadn't really pressed that down, so if I had, I could have used undo. Much better. That'll be a lot easier to mat. If something's not quite right, take the time to fix it. It'll make your life so much easier. I mean, some things you can let slide, but other things, it really will make your life easier if you fix it. Okay. Now we need 3 mats, 4 mats, 5 mats. We need a lot of mats. Okay. So we need inside here, and we need outside here and here, and here and here. So let's start with this one, and that needs to match this. I'm not seeing anything that is speaking to me there. Yes, I may need to go to a 12 by 12 for that. Oh, we have a lot to do back here. We have pocket lining, and those. Let me grab. This is my 12 by 12. Alright, so we're in the second 8 by 8 and the first 12 by 12. Yeah, we're still in the first 12 by 12. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so now we know what's going there. Alright, so we could cut this for there, or maybe for the front of the pocket, so it's not too matchy. Then I have the receipt, but not the thank you and come again, which I'm okay with. Okay, so that's 4 3/8 by, should be 6 3/8. I have 6 7/8, right? Yeah. 4 3/8 by 6 7/8. Okay, so there's the front of the pocket. And I'm not really concerned about the lining. I have lots of pieces I can use for that. And I'm turning this over just to check color. I don't think I want to use that. We could use the top of the clock. I don't think so. Yeah, but this piece, is that big enough? Nope. It's almost big enough, but not quite. That, if we cut it from that side, we just get a little of that. Oh my, come here, what's the matter? It's okay. You're not starving. You are not starving. Even though you seem to think that you are not. Okay, let's use that. No. Yes, we are going to use that. Okay, so that's going to be 5 1/4 by 4 7/8. That's good. And we need to round the corners. That, and so we need the lining of the pocket, the lining of that, and the lining of this pocket, which is super skinny, so it can really be almost anything that's the right length. Pretty much all my scraps are. Let me see what I got here. Here's a really skinny one. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Let me cut that down. Did I cut that too short? I think I might have. Well, it's not as perfect as it was a minute ago. Okay, there we go. All right, so that's going there. That's going there. Those are going there. I need 2 more pieces. 3 more, because we still have, well, we have to go back to the front. Okay. Let's see. I think I'm going to have to cut a sheet. Maybe we can get this out of one 12 by 12. Let's see. Do not have a lot left. This piece, which is kind of dull, but it'll make a good lining. Might as well use it. Perfect. All these scraps are sitting on my cutting, my paper trimmer. Okay. So, all right. 5 1/4, and this must be 5 1/4 also, right? Yep. So I'm just going to cut a strip down the side, 5 1/4. Okay. This one needs to be 4 7/8. Yep, and round the corners. And then this one is 4 1/2 will be fine. 5, just going in the pocket, so. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So that's going there, that's going there, that's going there and there. And then we need a piece for here, and we can just use the piece that we just had out. So that piece needs to be 7 3/8 by 5 3/8. start there. It's got to fit in this pocket, so I may need to trim it down. Nope, it's gonna fit. Oh my goodness. Where'd you go? Oh, what time is it? 4:10. Okay. Can you wait? All right, let's see, we already put that one down. So let's ink this one. I would like to try to get her to wait until at least 5. No, she's saying no. And she's definitely coming up now. She's had it. She's run out of patience. Cover the ink before she steps on it. You can see how starved she is. All right, let's see if we can hold her off until we get these mats in. Okay, we are rocking. Okay, now we just need to get the pages into the book, and then we will be so far along. We just need to finish the cover and make some inserts. Yes, we are doing good. And I am going to use, do I want to use tape or glue? Doesn't really matter at this stage. Trying to decide if I want to glue it in or tape it in. I think I'll tape it just because if I make a mistake with tape, I can get it out. If I make a mistake with glue, it's there forever. If, adhesives are a personal choice, and a lot depends on the weather where you live. And if you find that adhesives don't hold up, tapes don't hold up as well, use liquid. Whoa! Alright. Probably ought to have taped that before I did all the assembly. Alright, I'm just going to use scissors because I can't get any purchase on it. Go. Burnish that really, really well. Before putting it down, I just want to get a visual of where it should be in relation to everything else, like how much space on either side, and how much space top to bottom, just so that when I'm putting it down, I'm not guessing. I have an idea where it should go. And I think what I wonder, do I want to make a mark? I don't really want to make a mark because if I miss the mark, then it's going to be visible. The problem I'm having right now is that pocket is shading, but I think that's about where it's going to go. So I think if I can line it up on this side where it needs to be, it should be just fine on the other side. Famous last words. Okay. And bearing in mind, if all does not go well, we have undo. But this is, I mean, it's a little scary because you're basically putting it down. It's not like when you're putting in your hinge and there's nothing else there, but right. So I am kind of eyeballing, trying to avoid putting it down until it's where I want it. And it is where I want it. And I am happy with that. And we want to burnish, burnish, burnish. Why I'm burnishing here, there's nothing there. Okay. We have made excellent progress. Now I do want to use a seam binding, so I'm going to put that on before I forget to do it. And I need a long piece. Probably not anywhere near as long as what I'm cutting, but oh, gotta clean those scissors. Because we are going to do a closure that wraps all the way around. And then ties. And I have made one miles too big, but that's okay. I'd rather have it too big. I can always cut it down. All right. So let me, and this is 7.5, right? So 3 3/4 is half of 7.5. Back that up a little bit. And I'm just stick the tape right there. Okay, and we're going to turn the book over. And measure 3 3/4. And put a piece of tape reasonably straight. We hope. And then you want to take this one around the same height, keep it nice and tight, and attach it. Okay, go. How long have I been recording? Ooh, coming up on an hour, but I don't, you know what? I don't want to rush it. I was hoping to get it done in 2 videos, but you know what? Let's stop here. I'll make another video. We'll do the cover and all the inserts, and then we'll be done. It's a miracle. Okay, I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. This is a design project for Scrap and Create, and you can get all your supplies there. There will be a link down below. There is a link down below for the cutting guide for this project, and I think that's about it. Also, if, I do have a discount code for this glass cutting mat, which I love. It was not given to me. I purchased it, but I do have a discount code down below for you if you're interested in purchasing one. It's from Glassboard Studio. So please like, share, subscribe. I will see you next time, and we will wrap up this project. Thanks for watching. Bye.